Greetings and welcome to the Jacksonville, North Carolina Alumnae chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority's annual World AIDS Day event. The theme this year is Ending the HIV/AIDS Epidemic, Resilience and Impact. This has been a year for the record books. COVID-19 has taken control, and unfortunately, we want to bring awareness back. So on December 1st, 2020, today, we are here to raise awareness of the AIDS pandemic, mourn those that have lost their life due to this illness, and remember the 25.4 million who are on life-saving retro antiviral treatment. And today, we are planning to hear from one of those strong and resilient women. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Pamela Trafton for the introduction.
Good evening and welcome and happy World AIDS Day. Today we are in the process of providing an observance of World AIDS Day HIV awareness, and we have the grand blessing to have with us Ms. Cressie Stokes. I am excited, particularly because we met Ms. Cressie Stokes back in 2015 when we started our World AIDS awareness with candlelight visuals and AIDS testing. And Ms. Cressie Stokes was a blessing upon us. So this is our 5th calendar year and our 6th event. So what a circle that we have now entered into to allow Ms. Stokes to tell us her story. Ms. Stokes comes to us as a community health worker, client advocate, bridge counselor, and a public speaker. She has been in the HIV field for over 20 years, and she continues to make a voice in the community. And her aim is to empower others by letting them know that we can live a long time with medications, be active in your own health, and talk to your doctor about what's going on. Ms. Cressie says, it is time to stop being silent and know that knowledge is power. Ms. Stokes is a mother of 1 son. She has 3 amazing grandkids and 1 great grandbaby. And she has told us that those grandbabies will keep you on your toes. And by not only living her life to the fullest, she is also there that she has a such compassionate person who is willing to lead a hand and her voice where it's needed, just as she is doing for us tonight. You wouldn't guess it, but Ms. Cressie wants me to tell you that at the age of 60, she is living her best life. So at this time, I would like to turn it over to Ms. Cressie Stokes.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to start from the beginning about my diagnosis. I was diagnosed in 95, but I hid it for 2 years. 97, I had to be hospitalized because I had pneumonia. My lung collapsed, and I had to stay in the hospital for like a month and a half when I found out when I was in the hospital. So another thing took place about, me that want to go and be in care. One of them was I was in a great denial about my sickness. I didn't want to accept that I was HIV positive, but I'm saying because, why did this have to happen to me? But everything happened to you for a reason. And I had to find out later why the reason was. So when my family asked the doctor, how long will she live? My mother was there, my brothers and my sisters was there, and they told them I might live 18 months. But those 18 months have turned into 25 years because I had to put on my thinking cap. Because I went through a great denial, it's true, but I wanted to take my own life. Because I was wondering who's going to love me, who's going to understand about me living with HIV. Who want to be around me with someone like this? Because, it's so much stigma around HIV that it's not funny. And I hear people whisper and say, oh, there's a lady with HIV when I went to the health department, and they knew what was wrong with me before I did. And the little lady nurse came in. She took me in the back room and she told me that you're HIV positive. And that's all she said to me. Nowhere to go get help from and nothing. And my heart just dropped out and I cried for a little while. And it was so sad because I was home and I was praying one night and I said, Lord, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And a voice came to me and said, you're not going to die. I have a job for you to do. So this has been my compassion, helping people live with HIV, because I was that person that was in denial about my own illness. When people came to visit, I just went into another room because I didn't want them to look at me, because I was so ashamed of what had happened to me. Because in my home, coming in a Christian home, it's like a taboo. We didn't talk about sex, about how using condoms and things. And I think now our children, our grandkids, we need to teach them when they get a certain age about sex and how to practice safe sex. And I just went on a journey and I just said, I need to make a difference in somebody's life, because I was that person who was in denial, who wanted to take their own life, didn't have support at first. But I not only had to educate myself, I had to educate my family, because they knew nothing about HIV. My sister sent me a book from Connecticut about women living with HIV. And I read that book over 10 times, front to back, and I got it. That I need to take care of myself. I even told her one time, oh, I'll be okay, but I was not taking no kind of medication, nothing, for 2 long years. My CD4 count was at 4, and I could have died. But I know there's a higher power that he didn't mean for me to die. And I just look at things different now, because people need to be mindful of what they say, because you don't know who listens. People live with HIV. They can say some hurtful things. And I've been that person. People have said hurtful things, have done things to me. They have walked away from me, like they don't want to sit beside me. They don't want to hold my hand or drink behind me. But all that stuff is a myth, because HIV is passed through blood, semen, vaginal increase, and breast milk. And people need to know that you can't catch anything by sitting behind someone or drinking behind them or hugging or kissing them. That's just a myth. They need to know the facts about HIV, because you hurt people when you say mean things. You say it out of context. But that could be your child living with HIV. That could be your brother. It could be your mother. It could be your sister. Bro. It doesn't matter. And this disease has no color, no race. It can happen to anybody. But I chose to look at life different, to make a difference to someone else, to show them how that you can live and not have all that stigma around, well, okay, she got HIV, so what? You might have it if you haven't been tested. That's the key. You need to be tested. And the thing to stay healthy is, like, I had to take 22 pills just to live in 1997. But I had to do the work, because I didn't never think I was going to get to the 1 pill regimen, but I am. And I'm undetected also. But it took me a long time to get to that place. And it's a process that you have to go through, live with the HIV, because first thing, you have to accept that you have HIV. Then you have to learn how to take care of yourself. You also have to learn how to love yourself when nobody else does. Because a lot of people don't have support from their family and friends. They're still isolated from anyone because they don't know who to share their story to or their status to, because they don't know why the person, will they keep their secret? Some people are not going to keep their secret. They want to tell the whole world what's wrong with you, and then you say, oh, I shouldn't have told them, but it's too late, because people are so cruel. They're so easy to judge, but we are not God. He's the one who is a judge. And I just don't understand why people criticize us because we live with HIV. Because we are taking medication, we are living longer, taking care of ourselves, and doing what we need to do to survive. Because, we have, each person's not the same because we all walk in different kinds of life. We all walk different. All the regimen is not going to be the same. We have to take care of our own health, our own self, and get better for our own self because we the only one can do it. And when you don't take that medication, like I have some people ask me, well, how do you take the medication? I have something that, a pill box, I put my medicine in, and I take it faithfully. When they say take your medicine every 12 hours, every 24 hours, they mean if you do that. If you're taking 5 pills, you can't say, well, I'm going to take 4 today, I take 1 tomorrow. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I tried that. It do not work because your body's going to build up resistance. And then you have to be put on something else. And then you're going to keep right on messing around with you not taking the medication. It's going to go to AIDS. So you have to do the work. You need to say adherence to your medicine, to your doctor's appointment, and just ask questions. When you go to the doctor, ask them questions. Well, this is what's going on with my body. Even sometimes like this, I got a notepad. When I don't understand something going on with my health, I write it down. When I get to my provider, I tell her, this is what's going on with me, because they won't know if you don't tell them. So it's time for us to stop being silent amongst ourselves. We need to think outside the box and help people live with HIV, because this is the only way we're going to make it. We have to work together as a team to stop all the stigma that's going around with people living with HIV and AIDS. It's not fair, but we are no different when somebody will live with cancer, leukemia, or diabetes, but we are treated so much different than anyone else. But I had to rise above that. I couldn't be the woman today if I didn't have support from my family, my friends, and my coworkers, my doctors. I couldn't be here today if it wasn't for them. Because, I had started having a conversation with them, and then I started having a conversation with other people living with HIV. And they said, oh, you're not HIV positive? I said, but I am. And when I tell them that I am, it's like a big relief have come over them, because they don't think that I am, but I tell them I am, and I'm proud of who I am, because I didn't want to be in that box anymore. I didn't want to be isolated anymore. I didn't want nobody to feel sorry for me anymore. I had to take control of my own life and take care of me, take care of other people, let them know you can live a long, prosperous life if you just take your medication, be adherence. And it doesn't matter what a person say to you or say about you, because you're still a human being. You still are somebody. And I had to learn how to do a lot of things over again. I even lost my mind in this, but God restored my mind. He gave me all of that stuff back for me to take care of myself and take care of others, and let them see if she can do it, I can do it. And I'm right there pushing you along the way, telling you that you can do it. If I can, from 22 pills to 1 pill, you can do it. You can do it also. It doesn't matter. Let's get on board together and try to help each other, people living with HIV, because we can make a difference. And I see that have made a difference, because I had one of my friends, he told me I would have died if it wasn't for you. I took him in my home. He was sick. He was isolated by himself, in the world by himself. And I said, honey, you're not by yourself. There's a whole lot of us. But the thing with it is, you have to take care of yourself. I can't tell you to take your medicine. I can tell you, but I can't make you take those pills. This is like you tell the horse to go drink the water. You can lead him, but he's not going to drink the water. And I told him, you have to take the medication for yourself if you want to live. Because if you don't take the medication, you're not going to be here. Nobody have to die of AIDS. Nobody. There are medications now that you can take. And when a person find out they are HIV positive, they need to get on a regimen right away, not wait, to stop the virus, to stop to suppress your virus. Because when you don't take your medication, it's like the little soldiers don't have anything to work on if you don't take your medication. So if you get the medication, the little soldiers are going to go to working. That's what I mean by I'm non-detectable. It means that they can't trace it in my blood, but I know I'm HIV positive. And it makes a difference when I know that I can take care of myself and I can take care of others and let them see, look at that lady right over there. She's doing her, She's taking care of herself. But I want you to take care of yourself too, because we all have barriers to care. Some people don't have way to transportation to go to the doctor. Some don't have things like a partner, something that they can share with someone. They don't have nobody they can talk to about their illness. And it's sad when they don't have somebody that they can trust. They need to have that conversation with somebody. But the thing with it is they're scared of who they're going to trust. And you can't trust everybody now with your status. Everybody that is in the world needs to know their status. Everyone that's in the world needs to know their status, because you don't know who has HIV. I have HIV, it's true, but HIV don't have me, because I'm living my best life. I'm 60 years old. I didn't never think I was going to have grandkids or great grandbabies, but they keep me motivated because they know that I'm sick. My little granddaughter used to take the pills and try to shove them down my mouth, but they know, it's no secret. It's no secret from them, because I want them to know what's going on in the world. And that's the only way that they're going to know, is I have to educate them, and let them know, yeah, this is a grandmama. She lives with HIV, but grandmama's taking care of herself. And I'm helping take care of other people to let them know that you can live a long, prosperous life living with HIV. But you have to take care of yourself, because each individual is different. Each person is different. Because I didn't know about the things in the HIV world, because I was newly diagnosed. I had nobody I could share this with. I talked to my sister, but it's still not like someone that lives with HIV. She could talk to me, it's true, and encourage me and stuff. But you have the person don't want to walk in these shoes doing HIV. I want some things that happen to me never happen to anyone else in the HIV world. That's why I speak out against stigma. Stigma should not be associated with HIV. It should not be, but it is. And the only way we're going to stop it, we have to have a voice and speak upon it. Stop being silent. Stop being silent. Stop being silent, because it's a better way, the life. It's a better way to sit down and have a conversation with someone that's living with HIV. Let them know this, it's okay. You're going to go through some things, but it's okay. They tell me, well, the medicine make you feel yucky. Okay, it's making you feel yucky. But guess what? That medication is doing what it needs to do. So you need to keep taking the pills the way they were prescribed, the way the doctor tell you to take your medicine, you need to take it. Take it every day. Don't skip one day or other, because it's not going to work. You got to take that medicine constantly if you plan on staying on this earth. I've had a lot of friends that died because they didn't want to do the work. I talked with them and I begged them, please just take your medication. And I didn't understand when they tell me that they was tired. They just didn't want to be here no more, because they had nobody they could reach out to. And I would tell them, I'm that person. Just, if you want to do something, just call me and I'll be there with you. But they chose the other way. But I choose life. As long as they breath for me, I'm going to do stuff in the HIV field, because so many people are living with HIV and they don't have that support. They don't have support from their loved ones, their family, and they're hurting inside. So we need to make a difference to make sure everybody's in care and taking care of themselves, going to their doctor's appointment, making sure they're doing what they need, have those conversations with their doctors. If they don't understand something they're taking, ask your doctor, because a doctor will make sure that she will explain, or he will explain to you what's going on in your body. That's the only way we're going to make. We have to take a stand together. Take a stand together and everything will be fine. So this is just a part of me. It's so compassionate me, because I was that person that was rebellious. I said, nah, I'm not going to take this medicine. I didn't want to take the medicine. I did not. Someone made me sick as a dog. And I told the lady I can't take it. She said, well, you're going to die. I told her, well, I'll just die. But I had to change the doctor, because, I need someone that I could rely on, I could talk to and tell me, this is what's going on with me. I don't understand what's going on with me. I don't understand this medication. Can you please explain? Because any kind of medication you take have side effects to it. So we need to learn how to have those conversations with our doctor. We need to learn how to take care of ourselves and learn how to take care of others and protect ourselves at all times. Because the world would be a better place if it wasn't so much judgmental about people living with HIV. Just like I'm a heterosexual woman, and we are stigmatized. If you're gay, you're stigmatized, and it should not be in this world. It should not be. Stigma should not exist in this world any longer. We have came a long way. It's true, but we have a lot further to go. Together we can make a difference in the HIV and AIDS world if we take a stand together, and let's do this together. I can't do all this stuff by myself. I try, but I love what I'm doing. Because I look at things and I say, I was that person that was in denial. I was that person hurting. I had someone say to me, I licked the envelope. And they said, I know you're not licking the envelope, but you can't catch nothing with. By licking the envelope, I was putting my tithes in my offering. And that's what was said to me in the church. People, wake up. Wake up. Stop judging us because we live with HIV. Stop judging us because we are different. Or you think we're different. We're just human beings. We just want someone to love us. That's all we want, is someone to love us. And have respect for us. When you see us, respect me as I respect you. Because we have come a long way. But like I said, we have a lot further to go. And it haven't been easy, but it's getting better. Every day haven't been easy with me, but it's getting much better. Because I know how to live. I know how to take care of myself. I know how to go out and have fun. I know how to, be respectful of myself as a woman being HIV positive. I'm no different. So don't treat me any different. And when you say something to my brother and sister, you might as well be talking to me. Because I walk in their shoes just like they do. Living with HIV, I walk in those shoes every day. So I know how people say things to you to hurt your feelings. But it's okay. You can ride above that, knowing that you can take care of yourself. Be proactive. Don't let someone put you in a corner, isolate you because you live with HIV. I'm not going to stay in a corner. I have to come out. I got to come amongst people and let them know that I'm still a human being. I live with HIV every day, but guess what? I've been living for 25 years with HIV. Nobody didn't think I was going to be here, but I'm still here. By the grace of God. I'm still fighting. I'm still having that voice, those conversations with people showing to, okay, let's get on board. What's your barrier to care? What's keeping you out of care? Some people don't have transportation, but we have transportation things now in place for people to get back and forth. Oh, about the medication, we have things in place where people can get their medicine free. All you got to do is accept the help. And if you don't have, there's resources and things now that people can reach where, when I come on, I didn't know about the resources, but now they're here and they be posted. That we have things like World AIDS is today, and I'm celebrating World AIDS Day today because I'm still alive. So many my brothers and sisters are gone, but I'm celebrating because I'm here, and I'm celebrating because they taught me a lot along the way that some of them I've lost. They taught me a lot. I couldn't be here if it wasn't for them. So we still need to stand together and make a difference in everybody's life that live with HIV. We can make that difference if we stand together as one.
What an awesome message, Ms. Cressie. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I love the tapestry behind you. Can you tell us a little bit the history behind that tapestry? What's the story?
Are you talking about the red ribbon?
Yeah, your blanket back there. Yes.
One of our clients actually made this for our office. I have one in my office where I work, and I'm at another office. So she made these hooks for us for World AIDS Day.
Okay.
So we always have them in our office. We have them like when clients come in, they're always in our office. It's amazing that she did us all these hand cooked at that for us.
Very beautiful.
Thank
Very
you.
beautiful.
Yes.
Well, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what would you tell someone who is newly diagnosed to give them hope after learning they are HIV positive?
The first thing I want to tell them that, they are not in the world by themselves. There's a whole lot of us in the world. You're going to make it. We have to get you in treatment, get you in care, and keep you in care. And you can do it. It's no difference. You can take your time to take your medication, do what you need to do, because you don't have, we used to think it was a death sentence. I did. It's not a death sentence anymore. People are living. I'm one of them. I'm a witness. I'm in 25 years. So look at me. I want you to live 25 years plus right along with me. So let's get on the bandwagon. It's awesome. It's awesome.
All right. For someone who is diagnosed, what would it, so let's imagine somebody has that initial scare.
Yes.
Of, I think, just that initial, I think.
Okay.
What does it look like for a person to go from an initial, oh my gosh, to the process of being diagnosed? So what does that look like?
Okay, once a person is diagnosed,
Or before diagnosed.
Huh?
Yeah, before diagnosed.
Before diagnosed?
Yes. So they're having that initial, oh my gosh, I think something has happened. I need to go to the doctor.
What they can do is they can come and be tested. The tests are free.
Tests are free.
Yeah, the tests are free, and then once they are tested, it takes about 20 minutes for the test that we do, and we will tell in 20 minutes whether you're HIV positive or not. And if you are positive, the first thing we do, we sit down, have a conversation with you, and tell you that you are positive, and everything we say in this room is confidential. So the next step I need you to do is go to the health department to take another test, or go to your primary doctor and have another test, and then we proceed there. We have to turn it over to the state when we find someone that's HIV positive. And that's the way it works. And then we get you right in care.
Now, I know that we have had you with us, like I said, since 2015. But for those that may not know, what is the testing process like?
Okay, we do something called an all quick. We used to do the swab in the mouth. When I first met you, used to do the swab. But now we do a finger prick. We do a finger prick, and all we do is take the finger prick and put it in the solution, the blood in solution, and then we know in 20 minutes whether you're HIV positive or not. So that's how the test is. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So now that this person has been diagnosed, from your personal standpoint, what was your greatest concern when you learned you were HIV positive that you overcame, and how did you overcome it?
My first initial, that I found I was positive, it was sad because everybody knew what was wrong with me but me. And that was sad. I thought everything was supposed to be kept confidential, but it was not. So the thing is, I had to learn how to rise above that. I had to take action for my own self to find out where I can go get help from, because they didn't tell me anything about where you can go get help from, who doctors you need to go see, or what kind of care. I had to learn all this stuff myself. So I had, my sister helped me find doctors and different things, and then I had to go, make my own initial appointment to the doctor to make sure that I got right into care after after the fact. I hid it for 2 years. Then I had to go in the hospital for those a month and a half. So I had to learn right then when I was in the hospital. I had an awesome doctor that was in Jacksonville. And he told me a lot of things about myself. He told me I was in a great denial, and I said, no, not me. But I was. But he was talking to me just like I was his daughter. But he taught me a lot how to proceed with HIV in the HIV world, how to take care of myself, and I did that. He talked to me and he prescribed my medicine, so he left. So I came to the care team here in New Hampshire County, and they are awesome. They treat you just like your family.
Okay. Now, you've actually talked about the New Hanover care team. And one of the other questions is, you talked about a book, because one of the questions that I've seen is, what do you find help from the family or the community to support you while living with HIV? So can you elaborate a little bit more?
Like my family, there was my rock. There was my rock, because my mama knew something was wrong with me, but I didn't want to tell her because we lost my father in '93. And she didn't know how to deal with me, and I just told her one day, I'm your child. I'm your child. And I know you love me with HIV and all. I know you love me. So I got a lot of support from my family, my siblings. They jumped right on the bandwagon, as I say. They helped me to be the person I am. The community helped me a lot. I guess, how can I say this? They helped me because, sometimes you want to be in the community, but I think I'm too much in the spotlight for them. So the thing is, God have allowed me to go other places, and I know sometimes they see me in different things, and they say, "Oh, I didn't know you did this kind of stuff," but I do, and it's a difference because things are opening up for me where it was closed. It's opening up now so people can see, my community. They can see, oh, I'm proud of you, the stuff you're doing, and it have made a big difference in my life because now they seeing the other side of me, They know I live with HIV, but they know I do other things besides HIV. I work.
Okay, awesome. Well, Ms. Cressie, I must say that you have been an extreme blessing to us, to be able to continue to share not only your story, but the awareness of HIV and AIDS, and helping us in the community of Jacksonville, North Carolina. With you working in Wilmington, North Carolina, I know the residents and your fellow employees and employers look at you just as like we look at you, which is an extreme blessing. And so I am definitely appreciative. And I know those that are in attendance, they are appreciative as well for the education, because as you and I have talked, this has been a stigma that most people do not want to talk about. And this opportunity for us to provide the awareness on World AIDS Day and be able to bring the information to the forefront is an extreme blessing. So again, I thank you. Now, where can we see you within this upcoming week? Can you share a little bit of information for us?
Yes, I can. Spectrum News have asked to do a story on me, my life living with HIV positive for 25 years, and they want to capture the things that I love doing. This is going to take place tomorrow in Jacksonville, North Carolina, for me to start this journey. I'm excited about doing it because I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I even want to write a book. I have started a book, but I haven't. So maybe by this time, this will motivate me to finish my book about living with HIV and the struggles and the things I've did. And I don't know how to feel because I've been doing this over 20 some years, and I just want somebody to take a chance take their time to listen at my story. Because I know I can help so many people along the way because of the stigma and about things they don't understand about their medication, how to go and talk to their doctor, because you know the doctor feed off from us. And it's just a blessing to me to know that little old me, somebody want to do a story about me. And I cried this morning because I've been waiting for this for a long time. A long time. I have. And I just think about the things I went through, that God had brought me through. And it's just amazing to see all my hard work is coming so people can actually see and read about me. And it's not all about me, it's about me helping other people and inspire them to do the right thing about taking care of their health, taking their medication, staying in care, being proactive with their own life. And it makes a difference. I have made a difference. And a doctor told me that I would, and I didn't believe him. But I wish I could find him to tell him, what you told me, I'm seeing it. I'm living it this day. I don't take anything for granted. I couldn't do this by myself if the man upstairs wasn't with me, guiding me, talking to me, my family, my friends, my coworkers, people as you and the sorority sisters. I couldn't be here if it wasn't for all of y'all. It's just like a teapot. It was broken, but all the pieces are put together. My pieces are coming together. And I'm so happy that it finally has.
Well, Miss Cressie, go ahead and make us cry for the end of the night.
Ooh, it's a blessing. You just don't know. It's a blessing. The only thing I wish my mom was here to share with me. She's gone. She's passed. She never got to see me speak. But I know she's looking down at heaven because she told me, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, the things that you do because you help so many people. And I know she's looking down for heaven. Her, my grandmama, and my daddy. I couldn't be the woman I am today if they hadn't been in my life, pushing me.
Well, I am very appreciative. And I see Miss Wallace has placed the virtual quilt for AIDSmemorial.org. So thank you, Miss Wallace. And we have a few people that have praise for you as well in the chat, and this will be available. We will also have available 2 resources that you have provided for us, so that way they will continually to be available for others. And at this time, our Madam President, if there is not anything else that you have for closing out, we will prepare for closeout after your remarks.
Yes, thank you. And Ms. Stokes, we are so appreciative that you were here and able to tell your story for us. This day could not go by without you being able to be one to say that it does matter and that what we do for each other matters, and we need to speak our piece. So for everyone that is watching, if you're not sure, or go get tested, as she said, find out. We have to make sure that this is no longer a subject that we can't talk about. If we can talk about everything else, we need to be able to be open and upfront about HIV and AIDS, especially for our young. That is just a must. As a healthcare provider, I stress it to anybody that I see. So thank you all for listening, watching us, and we bid you farewell.
Night.